Welcome to the Tech Book, brought to you in part by the Rebuild Paradise Foundation. Here we explore innovations in housing technology that you may want to consider when building your home.
My name's John Wright, and you're watching the Tech Book. My name's John Wright, and the company is Old World Construction, and we're in the town of Paradise rebuilding homes that have burned, and we're rebuilding with a non-combustible material. I started building when I was 9 years old with my father. He was a contractor, and it's been a part of my life from 9 years old on. My entire construction life, I looked for alternatives to wood-framed houses. And I've worked with about every system out there. ICF systems, SIPS panels, Rostra Block, Durasol, rammed earth, straw bale, adobe, on and on and on in my quest for an alternative to stick framing. And when I came to this material, I've been building with it now for the last 20 years, and I will never go back to any of those other systems. For me, this is a very far superior material to build out of because of its many attributes. It will take up to 2,900 degrees and still not flame. It is an energy saver to the point of 65% of saving energy for the homeowner. It is bug-proof, mold-proof, and it will stand for hundreds of years. AAC, the acronym stands for Autoclaved Aerated Concrete. The aeration indicates its lightweightness, and it's part of its thermal properties, and it's part of its heat resistance also. Autoclaved aerated concrete is not new. It was developed in 1923 by a Swedish scientist in Europe due to the decimation of the forests in Europe after World War II. So it was done out of a necessity. It's not new. It's almost 100 years old now, and it is used extensively around the world. It's used in Asia, it's used in Europe, it's used in India, it's used in the Middle East, and so on and so forth. Sad to say, it's been slow catching on here in the United States because a lot of times we don't do things out of a necessity. We do it for the almighty dollar, and then 20 years find out all the failures about it. I have built well over 400 structures around the world, and I have not had one failure with this material. Nor have I ran into a scenario that couldn't be dealt with and corrected using this material. After 20 years of building with it, it has convinced me of every attribute that I've just spoken of and many more that I experience in the construction of it. One of the representatives from the plant that was in Arizona came to Bend, Oregon and put on a demonstration of it, and within the first 30 minutes I asked the question, where has this been all my life? Because I grasped the concept right away, having a masonry background, and I've been building with it ever since. Well, again, the fact that it's a aerated concrete block, that separates it from any other system out there. One of these blocks, if you can tell, is 24 inches long, 12 inches high, 8 inches wide, and it weighs less than 50 pounds. It has the same weight as a CMU 8816. Also, with this 8-inch block, it can be flipped on its side and you can build a 12-inch thick wall, which has architectural advantages and so on, and gives quite a sound structure. But this house here is as sound as you could get. I've had members of my crew run a forklift into it, for example. and it left nothing but the indent of the fork. So the advantages it has is we've been on this house, this is our 7th day. This is our 7th day, and we will be finished with it today outside of the last inspection and the pouring of the grout, the bond beam grout. That's a huge advantage, I would say, because we won't have to come back and insulate. We won't have to come back and put on an exterior vapor barrier, exterior sheathing. On the inside, your drywall or your taping is all eliminated with this one process here of the block. You can stucco it, which we recommend a stucco specifically formulated for this material. At a 1/2 inch thick, it's waterproof, but it still allows the material to breathe, which is one of its biggest attributes. A fully airtight home is conducive to all sorts of nasty things, such as mold and mildew and so on and so forth. This structure is also bug-proof. Wood ants, termites won't touch it. It's rodent-proof. Rodents won't touch it. The minute they chew on it, they go, "Ooh, this will kill me," and they walk away. For 7 days, you've got the entire wall system built. That's a huge advantage, and you're eliminating 6 steps that you would in conventional construction, and you're eliminating 2 subcontractors in that also. So there's many advantages and attributes to this material. When we can save 65% of our energy cost, is this country serious about conserving energy? The best way to conserve energy is to stop the gluttony of it, and this envelope does that tremendously. Your plumbing can be routed into the wall, your electrical can be routed in, your chases can be routed in, your boxes routed in, wire ran, covered with anti-shrink patch material, and then you go right to plaster. Well, I hope that this is going to open eyes and educate people to the use of this material. This is every bit as cost effective as conventional construction. In fact, we're building this structure cheaper, more economical, excuse the term cheaper, more economical than a lot of the conventional construction that's going on around here. The people of Paradise who have lost their homes, they've already been through that trauma, and they certainly need a break on costs. So do insurance companies, and so on. I've got countless testimonials from private individuals who I've built homes for, who testify to the fact of the energy savings, the quality of air inside the home. There's no VOCs contained in this material. There are no toxins whatsoever. It's made out of the world's most predominant raw materials, silica sand. And it's 4 basic ingredients: Portland cement, hydrated lime, water, and silica sand. It's put through an autoclave process of about a 12-hour and 40-minute cycle. Once it comes out of the autoclave, it's completely cured. The entire tobermite formation is concluded, unlike this concrete that will be curing for decades. I'm not a distributor. I'm not a salesman. I build out of this material because I have multiple years, decades of building experience, and I build with this material because I truly believe it is the best material to build with, period.